Okay, we're looking at the engine compartment of my 2003 S2000, and I've got the hood propped up wider than usual using a stick. I could use the bar, but had a stick handy, so I used that. What I wanted to talk about was September's the month when I changed the oil on my car. Since I purchased it from the original owner, the oil's been changed every September. Now it's only got 19,000 miles on it, so it's averaged about right around 1,000 miles a year since 2003, and that's been the same since I've had it. Now last year, when I changed the oil in this car, after I drained the oil out into the oil pan as usual by jacking the car up and getting underneath it, I noticed that, it looks to me like I could loosen the oil filter and get at it and replace it from the top. And I don't know if you can see the oil filter, so I decided, after opened the bolt on the pan and drained the oil out, that I would try it. And sure enough, it worked. The oil filter was easy to change from the top. Didn't burn myself or anything. Actually, I let the engine cool down, so chances of me burning myself was pretty remote. But it worked, and I was able to take it off and then let the oil in the filter drain into the pan, and then I just lifted it out the top. There's plenty of room in there for me to get my hands in there and take it out. So that's what I did, and then I replaced it the same way. And as I was replacing it, I got to looking at the thing and I said, you know what? I think I could even get to the bolt on the oil pan. And so I said next year, which is this year, 2021, I decided, I'm going to try this. I wonder if I really have to jack the car up to get to everything. And so I took the car out, got the engine warm, heated it up, drove it into the garage here, and I said, let me see if I can get the nut off the oil pan. So with my 17 millimeter socket and a ratchet, hooked it up with no problem, and it came, I unscrewed it, it came right off. I was able to grab it with my hand and then let the oil all drain into the pan. Now, obviously, I had a pan underneath the car when I drained it out, and you can't have a real tall pan because it's got to fit under the car. And mine is about 4 inches tall and wide enough or big enough to handle the 5+ quarts of oil that were in there. But anyway, so I said, this works really good. I don't even have to jack the car up. So then once all the oil was drained out, I went ahead and removed the oil filter and replaced it with a brand new oil filter that I have. These are the ones that when I purchased the car 4 years ago, I decided to get a supply of these things. So I still got several years worth. And the oil filter removal tool that I used is one of these things. This is one of the best oil filter removal tools I've ever come across. Just a socket fits in the back side of it. And the beauty of this thing is you fit it over the oil filter, and as you turn it to loosen it, it gets tighter. So this thing has never failed me yet, and I use it on all my cars. Well, all of the 3 Hondas that we have. So that works great. Now obviously I'm not going to change the oil now since I've already changed it this year. But once I put the new oil filter on, then I was able to screw the oil pan bolt on. after I placed the crush washer without any problems. It worked remarkably well, and it was absolutely great. Again, I just want to emphasize that I was able to I did take the car out beforehand and warmed it up to operating temperature, so that I would drain the oil as efficiently as possible, and there was absolutely no problem. So this is the only car I have ever been able that I've ever seen that I could possibly change the oil filter, from the top or from the engine compartment. I don't think you're going to be able to see the bolt on the oil pan from here. I can barely see it when I'm really looking, but it's at the bottom. As anybody with an S2000 knows, it's at the bottom right of the it's on at the plug of the bolt is actually on the side of the oil pan, and it's on the right side, so it's almost directly under the oil filter. Let me see if I get a pointer or something here and try to point it out. Let's see. I don't think I'm going to be able to see it, but it's right up under here. And I know this isn't the best, but you'll be able to see it. And anyway, it surprised me how easy it was to do from the top, rather than go through all the operation of jacking the car up and then getting underneath it and everything. This seemed to work really, really well, and I've never heard of anybody else doing this, but I suspect people have. But I thought, you know what, I might as well make a video of this and just point this out. Maybe it'll be of use to somebody, I don't know. But I'm kind of pleased with the way things worked out. And that's how I intend to change oil from now on, unless there's a compelling reason why I should do it some other way. Now, if I had access to a lift, that'd be a different story, but I don't have ready access to anything like that. So this is what I intend to do in the future. And like I said, this is not an oil change video per se, because just a description of how I did it this year, but obviously I don't want to, I don't want to change it again, so a couple of days later. But anyway, I hope you found this interesting, and I thank you for watching. Bye.